All right. So hello everybody and welcome to another fun discussion tonight. Tonight we'll be actually reacting to the news last week about Disney deciding to bypass the theaters and release Mulan straight to the cinemas. Sorry, what am I talking about? Straight to Disney Plus, not the cinemas. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. What we think about that decision, and yeah, ultimately what it means for the future of cinema. So let me share uh, my screen. Yeah, so this is the news that we're talking about. Mulan releasing straight to Disney Plus for $30 in September. Disney announces the Mulan live-action movie will release on Disney Plus in September and will debut theatrically in certain markets same day, right? Doesn't say which, but I guess these are really like small markets. But ultimately, right, the big news is that Mulan is no longer gonna have like like the big weekend opening in cinemas, but you'll go straight to Disney Plus. So I guess, yeah, I guess let's just go around the room and just say, what your reactions are to this news, how you feel about it. Maybe we'll start with Jonathan.
Yeah. Yep. So for the move to Disney Plus, it does seem to be an interesting move, especially in how they're planning to do the streaming service. Because at the moment, it seems to be like if we're doing it in Australian dollars, the $30 US would be $42, but that doesn't include your Disney Plus subscription, which you do have to have.
Mm,
So on top of the $42 video on demand or VOD, you're also paying the additional $9 per month for Disney Plus or $90 for the year. So in total, it's quite a big amount of money to spend on one movie.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah,
plus the recurring costs as well.
that's right. Although the thing to keep in mind though is $30 is to actually keep forever, not to rent. Because originally I thought that you can only like watch it once and that's it for $30. But
Yeah.
but I think it's important to clarify that yes, $30 you do get to keep the movie and watch it over and over and over as many times as you like, as long as
You
you
have the
are.
subscription.
That's right, right. So I don't know if that makes it like better,
Price
like
difference.
like the $30 for some people
There's no
possibly.
time limit. There's no time limit on that $30, is it?
Well, as Jonathan says, as long as you are a subscriber.
Oh, as long as you are
Yeah.
subscribed to Disney Plus. Okay.
Yeah, and the whole structure of it is quite different to like every other company. Like even Apple, which I think has the highest prices in like TV shows and movies for the Apple TV Plus service, they still have their video on demand separate to the Apple TV Plus,
Yeah.
meaning their video on demand is a completely separate cost and you do not require the subscription. So yeah, the structure of Disney Plus's idea is a completely brand new one. And
Yeah.
it's a really big risk.
Yeah. Well, in a way, it sounds like an experiment, isn't it, for them to see, how the market will react to this. We'll talk about this a little bit more, but maybe we'll go over now to Vivi and yeah, let us know what you think about the news.
Well, first of all, I think I would question the timing. Like, of course, yes, people are isolating and cinemas are closed, but at the same time, as everyone's aware, a lot of people is short of money.
Yeah.
So to launch it at this price
Yep.
scheme, it's kind of I think adding a risk on top of the risk. Like, yeah.
Yeah, so you think it's a lot to pay
For me,
$30?
I'm a cheapskate, so
Yeah.
I think like just the result itself would be expensive, and then to put it on top of the subscription,
Yeah.
is even more expensive. And then when I read the article, when you said forever, I thought forever. It's actually not forever.
Well,
As long as you have the subscription.
that's the catch, right? As long as you are a subscriber, you
Like-
get to watch it forever.
Why I was thinking I might as well just buy the DVD. Then it really
Right. So
And it's
yes,
not even-
obviously, some people would think that, right? Just wait.
Yeah.
But obviously, I think $30 you're paying for the premium of being able to watch it now.
No, yeah.
Whereas, who knows how? I think maybe Disney would actually say, okay, we might, we might wait longer this time before we even release the Blu-rays or the DVDs.
And keep in mind that a Blu-ray for that would usually cost about $50,
Yes.
and the DVD about $30.
Yeah.
And you end that forever anyway, unless the whole disc breaks,
And
which is a whole
like I
nother
said,
thing.
just the current climate of people not having enough money. Some people are like going, on government assistance, and they're struggling to buy food and paying rent.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see how they can afford to pay subscription and for the fee for the video on demand on top of that.
But let's think about, say,
Food.
if you're a family, all right, a family of four, and go to the cinema, it probably costs you, I don't know what ticket prices are these days, but I reckon a family of four would probably cost you more than US $30 for an outing to the cinema.
Well, if it goes off to adults to kids, that would on average be about $50.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like maybe Disney's thinking is like for families, yeah, they might take that all into consideration and say it's actually worth it. Pay US $30 for family of four to watch over and over and over again at home, in the safety of their home, right? Maybe not so much if for some like singles, that may be too much to pay. But I don't know. So maybe Disney's target audience for this is more families, maybe. Like, it's hard to say, right? Like,
Could
what
be.
they're thinking is.
But in that sense, then it's really just a short-term strategy, isn't it? Like, and there was an article that says that this is going to change
Cinema.
forever.
Yeah.
That's not the case, because cinema offers all these other benefits which you can't really have always just watching in front of the TV at home.
Yeah, I get you.
That cost is just to replace a family ticket.
Yeah.
And you might as well go to a movie. Although, I guess, I mean, as long as you have the subscription, you can have the video.
But then you don't get the same experience going to the actual cinema, like that humongous screen.
So hopefully this whole COVID thing will pass, then people will go back to the cinema, and this strategy that they have is not really going to be as popular anymore. I don't know, maybe.
Well, see, that's the thing. If this strategy actually works, right? Let's just say it's actually successful and they end up really profitable, then I mean, it's hard to say what will happen, right? Like they might say in the future, same day release for both cinema and streaming at the same time on the same day, right? So yeah, it opens up all sorts of interesting possibilities. Actually, maybe we should just go over to Jeff before we talk about some of these
Sorry, Jeff.
possibilities. Yeah, Jeff, reactions. What do you think?
Yeah, I gotta agree with you guys. It's an interesting concept. I assume that they want you to rewatch it. They want you to rewatch, having the ability to rewatch it again, replay or slow mo or whatever. it is. So that's kind of factored into the price. I mean, they could do it. They could, but I mean, this right. Like it is on the high price side for in this current environment. Perhaps they could have separate prices, like a one-off price for $5. Like you just watch it once, and that's it.
Okay.
I would watch that.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Me too. Actually, if it was $5, just
Yeah.
once off. No need to repeat or anything, but just and or they give you the option if you want to watch it again, pay another $5 or whatever. Yeah, 3 times for $10 or something. Yeah, just be more flexible with the pricing. So you can not only for families but also even for individuals or even students who are not working or any other people who might want to watch it.
I guess the problem is if it's 5, yeah, like, because I mean it's hard, right? Like, because
it is tricky.
you could, I mean, like, how can they tell, like, whether you are a family or you are one person?
That's true.
So
Yep.
I guess that's why they just charge one price, you know?
Because otherwise everyone would
$30.
buy the $5 one.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
Well, how many percentage of people do you think watch a movie that just came out over and over again anyway? Because for me,
Yes.
I don't like
know?
watching a movie again straight after I've seen it. I wait a year after to watch it again.
Well,
Which
having
is
said
why
that, there's crazy people who've watched, I don't know, like Captain Marvel 114 times.
If it's a really good movie,
During its theatrical run. So almost twice a day, every day, for the entire run of in the theaters. So there are people who do that.
watch it all the time.
Watch.
Is that the number? Is that going to, like what I'm trying to say is, if they lowered the price, they might get more people buying. As opposed to just the people who would want to watch it over and over again. Like, so I want to know, like, what's the percentage of people who do that as opposed to those who prefer lower price because they don't watch it over and over again.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing because from what we've seen with what they're saying already, even if you wait, you'll eventually get to see it for free.
Yeah, on Disney Plus.
On TV even. Free to air.
Free,
on Disney Plus. So the $30 or the $42 Australian is if you want to watch it first. It will still be coming to Disney Plus for free if you just wait down the line.
Right.
They didn't give a date or anything, right?
No. The September is the VOD pricing. So that's if you want to watch it day one.
Yes.
We do not know when exactly it will take to actually become free for everyone. But if it's similar to like DVD, Blu-ray releases, it's probably usually 4 to 5 months difference.
Oh yeah, in line.
Or then in this case, they might try to make it longer.
Possibly.
Yeah.
But then it would be probably like the really old style, how it took like over a year for the DVDs to come out.
Yeah.
But they've recently made it so quick that you could get the DVD, Blu-rays within like 4 to 5 months.
I know. Yeah.
Oh yeah. They shortened it.
So it sounds like, if for those who are like hardcore passionate fan base, right? And I guess Disney's counting on these people who will, no matter what, they want to watch it now, right? I mean, like they can't wait 7-8 months, so they'll have to pay the $30. Whereas I guess if you're on the fence and you're just a casual moviegoer, you probably say, nah, just wait, and wait for it to be free, right? On Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Did I say they'll eventually release it in the cinema or
not in the cinema?
No, they didn't mention that.
Oh, so it's
still going to cinemas in some areas, but in Australia, in the US, it's going straight to streaming. So we're one of the ones which go straight to VOD.
Yes. Interestingly, China, which is one of the huge markets, doesn't have Disney Plus.
Oh,
Yeah, so that would definitely have to be a theater,
Yeah.
the theater release. Yeah.
So how are the
Okay.
China people going to see it?
Sorry?
How's China people going to see it?
Yeah, so it will be released in theaters in China. I think it's the plan.
Release
Yeah.
in what, sorry?
In theaters, in
Oh.
cinema.
So you could fly to China. China.
Well, if you could
Let's go
fly,
to China, yes.
you could fly.
Yeah, but effectively, yeah, Disney is making a very big risk, and it could be a giant mistake.
Yeah,
Oh,
it could
really?
be
Wow.
a giant mistake.
Because from what I'm thinking, like
Yeah.
sometimes it would go straight to like the streaming service. Those usually could be like put up like on torrenting sites and stuff really quickly.
So
yeah.
pirated from day one, right? It's,
Yep,
it's the
probably
huge risk.
pirated from day one.
Oh,
That's a
you're right.
humongous risk.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's also a perception that if it's already released as video on demand, not really cinema quality or experiential cinema quality anymore. So why would you bother go watching it in the cinema? I mean, obviously in places where there's no Disney Plus, then you have no choice. You go to cinema, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So you're saying that,
because traditionally it's been like unpopular movies that have gone straight to video on demand. You know, so I don't know, is there going to be that perception about Mulan as well, that it's not worth going to the cinema for? It's not a movie that's worth going to.
Oh yeah,
I'm not
that's
saying
actually
it
a
might be
good
the
point.
case, just a perception.
Yeah, that's a good point, because that move has actually completely, like, a lot of cinema owners have gotten really like annoyed with that aspect. Like, there was even a video on Twitter recently about that.
Yeah, I'll bring that up now that you've mentioned it. Let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah, here it is. So this, let me share this. All right. So this is the Twitter clip.
They're not saying it.
Hey Marcus, you're sharing the wrong screen, I think.
Oh, sorry.
I think you shared the wrong screen, yeah.
Sorry, guys.
You shared your desktop there.
Take two.
Take two, yeah.
Unscripted, yep.
This is why we call us unscripted, yeah? Okay, there we go.
Oh, yeah,
there we go.
Wow, that is definitely a statement.
Yeah.
Making.
Yep. From a movie owner. A theater owner did that.
Oh, theater owner did that. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, in France. I think a French cinema owner. So took out his anger.
Why did he do it? Yeah.
Well,
because he was counting on Mulan bringing the theater back. Like, after the whole COVID situation, they were expecting Mulan to actually help bring people back.
Yeah, bring people back to the cinema, right? To justify reopening the theater, right?
Yeah, it was meant to be the really big
opening
that started off people going to cinemas again, wasn't it?
Actually, even I was excited that it was.
Yeah, I think we were getting excited too, right? We were like, oh, because I think we've been waiting since March.
Yep, and the problem is a lot of theaters actually spent a lot of money promoting Mulan for the theater.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Already involved. Yeah.
Like, even here in Australia, Hoyt spent a lot of money just promoting it even before it, as well as events. Cinemas probably spent a lot of money promoting it as well. They probably have banners and everything up already. And now what are they going to do with it? They just wasted so much money, and so they just completely flattened and super effectively they annoyed every theater owner in one go.
Yeah, in one single stroke. Yes.
Yep. So all the money, it doesn't matter how much money Disney is going to get. How are the movie theaters going to get their promotion money back? Because they spent that much to promote that movie, and they're not getting that movie at all.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I hope for the sake of the movie and everybody who put so much hard work into making it, that it succeeds. You know, I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this article says that it sounds like it's a disaster then for cinemas.
That's the
Yeah.
Especially if this strategy by Disney actually works, you actually put even more cinemas at risk.
Ah.
Yep.
Moving forward.
But from looking at all the evidence so far, it actually might not work.
Yeah.
Because if all you have to do is wait on the platform to just get it,
Yep.
I would just wait to get it. I didn't have Disney Plus, and I'm not really planning to.
Yep.
But even if you were on Disney Plus, all you have to do is wait to get Mulan for free.
Yeah, I think that's why I say unless you are the hardcore fans who has to see it right now, as opposed to waiting a couple months. But as you say, right, it doesn't mean that they can't see it, because once it's available on streaming, then what's to stop people from getting it the OG way
Or
from day one?
piracy. Yeah, that we do not condone piracy at all.
We don't,
And
but
we're
we're
not-
just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just saying that
It is more likely to it being pirated on day one. Yes.
Yeah.
That's true. But I guess it can also be pirated, even if it was in the cinemas.
Not as easily, no.
Not as easy, I guess.
It'll be low quality, right?
It'll be
So
low.
that's the downside. Yeah.
But
Usually, if it's like a copy from a cinema, it would be like really low cam footage anyway. So it's like, don't bother with those.
You might see the heads of people moving in the foreground.
But if it's going straight to video on demand, they already have that one source just to already like pirate it on day one. And it would be like the best HD quality out there. So
yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
This movie, it's based on the first cartoon, isn't it? The first one.
Well, that's your background over there.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. And if you notice Jono's background,
that's a different one. Yeah.
That's not.
this is Ming Na Wen, the voice actor.
The voice of the cartoon.
That's right.
Oh,
Ming
the
Na
actual
Wen.
voice actress. And if you look at the pose, it is the same pose in Jeff's picture.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's the voice of it. Is that voice gonna be in this film?
No, I don't think so. Because the actress is the one behind me.
Crystal something.
Crystal Liu.
Crystal Liu, yes. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right.
She's been in a few movies before. The Hidden Soldier.
Yeah. I mean that's the sad thing also, right? Like the fact that a lot of people are kind of saying, this movie, right? It's such a game changer in a way, because it's the first Disney spectacle with almost all Asian American cast, and so it would have meant a great deal, right, for a lot of people to have seen this, to experience this on the big screen, the way that it's meant to be experienced. So I think, that to me is the saddest thing about this, that you can no longer, go and experience this spectacle the way it's meant to be experienced.
Yeah, the way it's meant to be experienced, like in person. Just like how a lot of these experiences cannot really be replicated. Like I'm in tech, and there are a lot of things to like simulate, like a 200-inch screen right in front of me, but it's still not the same experience actually going to the cinema. Just as the same way as looking at watching a concert and not going to the concert. You're missing that experience, which For me, I still prefer going to the cinema because you still get that same experience and you're actually physically with other people.
Yeah,
Even though we cannot really do that
that's right.
now.
It's a communal experience.
Yes.
To share in that experience together.
And that sort of thing cannot be simulated. No
Mm.
matter how tech advances, like with AR, VR that we talked about, it cannot be replicated. They could try as much as it can, but definitely not. It cannot actually keep that same
Yes.
feel.
Apparently it's a pretty high budget film, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I think
it is.
It's one of the most expensive ones. So I guess you can understand why they are charging a premium price.
Yeah, trying to recoup the cost.
Because yeah, I mean even at $30, it's unlikely that they'll be able to break even.
I think it was 200 million, right? 200 million budget, was it? I don't know.
200 million to make, but if you factor in the marketing and everything,
could be more.
They reckon that they might need like close to 400 million, right, just to break even.
Yeah.
Wow, so much.
And that doesn't count the amounts that theaters already spent promoting the movie.
Wow.
But I guess in a way, I guess you also kind of understand that why they're doing this now, because if they were to delay even more, then they might even lose more money promoting, and who knows, when they'll be able to actually show it.
I think because it's also uncertain when they'll open.
Yeah, the uncertainty, and they've already spent too much money. Yeah,
it's a sunk cost, so they might not recoup whatever they
But
can.
effectively, the movie which a lot of theaters are waiting for right now is Tenet.
Tenet's the next one, isn't it?
Well, see, now Tenet has no competition.
Yeah, pretty much.
It'll be the only blockbuster.
Yeah, that's the last blockbuster which we know of, which is going to help the cinemas right now.
Yeah. I think it's coming out around the same time, isn't it? End of August, something like that. So
I forget the release. Is it August?
Or early September or something? From what I heard.
26th of August, from what I see.
Wow, that's just over 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Mulan was supposed to be released like around that time as well, before they decided to pull it off indefinitely, and then shortly after they made this announcement.
Oh yeah.
It's going straight to Disney Plus.
But the initial release was in March.
Yes, just before the whole COVID hit.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They even had like a premiere already, like a red carpet.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. And then they said July, right? Which was kind of optimistic. And then obviously that didn't happen. And then they said August. Well, so pushed a couple
then
of times.
Delayed indefinitely, then straight to streaming.
Yep. And here we are.
Yeah.
So
There's good music in the first one. I wonder if this movie has.
There's singing in the first one, although in this one apparently there's no singing. Although they might use some musical tracks, same kind of instrumental.
It's not okay. I understand.
There's not even Mushu, right?
Yeah, there is no Mushu.
The monkey. So I mean, see, that's the other thing, right? So I was thinking, if you're targeting families with little children, but there's no Mushu.
Yep, and to think about it, China already has a version of Mulan which is like really, really long.
Oh, did I? Oh.
Yeah, right. Because what Disney's trying to do is they're trying to build this as the real Mulan story, as opposed to the animated version, which was more, I don't know, they were taking more liberties with the material. But who knows, right? As you say, China already has their own.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's not a musical, for one thing. But yeah, that's a shame that Mushi is not there.
Yeah.
I'm really glad it's not a musical.
yeah. I think they're deliberately trying to make this remake, right, different from the previous remakes, like Lion King, for instance, was almost like a shot for shot recreation of the animated version.
Oh, yeah.
Even Aladdin, right? So I think those movies had
Oh,
their
yeah.
criticisms, right? People were saying, if you're just gonna recreate it shot for shot, what's the point, right? So
Mm.
Well, it's not exactly shot for shot, but yeah, Lion King was more shot for shots. But
yeah,
some of the other movies, like Beauty and
Beauty
the
and the
Beast,
Beast,
they did change some stuff.
right? They did change it,
And Aladdin, they also did change some stuff as well.
and
So
they
there
added
were
some
some
songs,
parts,
right?
yeah.
Added songs here and there, but for the
Same
most
as
part,
same as some weird side story in Aladdin, which I just thought was just completely ridiculous. I
What's
have
this?
no idea why they added that.
Oh, the side story. Oh yeah. I know what you
Yeah, the
mean.
side story for the genie.
For the genie, yeah. Will Smith. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they just add some parts, so it's not exactly a shot for shot, but it's stuff which could just completely be overlooked.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah.
Watch the
Which
sequel.
sometimes for me makes the original better. The animated Lion King for me was better than the remake.
In the remake,
Mm.
yeah, I mean, I kind of tend to agree. Although obviously the visuals or the remake was pretty
The
spectacular.
visuals, yes, that's definitely spectacular. The whole
Yeah.
environment was like probably one of the best environmental
Mm.
like shots that you could ever get. But still, for a movie, you cannot capture that same emotion.
Yeah,
Like you cannot
especially
animate the face too much to make
of
it look like
animals,
they're
right?
crying. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the criticism that movie had. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, Mulan, right? It's they're I think that making an effort to really be something new. It seems like. I mean, we'll know in September, I guess.
Yep. So it's more of a reimagining.
Reimagining. So I guess last question: will you be watching Mulan come September 4th?
In this format, it's video on demand
Well, this is the only
with
format
with the
we've got
premium price.
at the premium price of $30.
Hmm.
Hard to say.
Maybe if we watch
Just-
it together.
Which together maybe.
Yeah.
Well, if we
But-
want to do a review, we have to watch it, right? So it's
Yeah.
in some way we'll have to somehow, some way.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to
But-
get Disney Plus. I don't have Disney Plus at the moment.
Where's Disney Plus?
Huh?
Who
Yes.
who
Who has Disney Plus?
yeah, who among us has Disney Plus?
Not me.
Yeah, I don't. You don't. But how do you watch your? Well, okay. Isn't Mandalorian enough to make you subscribe?
No. I'm okay watching it 2 weeks after.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You wait 2 weeks.
But then the Mulan is a different story. It won't be 2 weeks. It'll be every 6 months or more.
Yeah.
do you guys think it will be a good movie? Like, in terms
Well,
of
I
rating?
hope so.
I'm hoping.
Well, we hope
it'll be
so.
a good movie.
Okay, you guys have a high.
But our review of
Me too.
Mulan would be completely different. A completely different video.
Yeah, that's right. That will be. We are planning to do one.
Okay.
If we manage to watch it.
Yeah, I do have quite high expectations on this. Hopefully, it can meet the expectation. But we'll see, I guess. It'll be good. There's a lot of famous people. Donnie Jensen, I think.
Donnie Jensen,
Jet Li is a bit.
is Jet Li in it?
I only saw maybe a minor role only.
Yeah, but as I said, right? Yeah, it's filled with Asian Americans in a
Yeah.
blockbuster movie. Sort of like what was that? All Asian American cast movie.
Crazy Rich Asians? No.
Crazy Rich Asians. Yes, that was
Like Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah. Yeah, but that wasn't like, you know, a blockbuster epic spectacle.
Oh yeah.
But
That was
they
more
said
like a
that
con-
was not realistic either.
Yeah.
Based on a book, fictional book. Mm.
Well, all right.
Anyways,
That's our, I guess, our thoughts on Mulan moving to Disney Plus in September.
Yeah.
Got mixed feelings
Mm.
for us, you know. But as you know, we live in uncertain times, so I guess this is just an experiment. I guess we'll
Mm-hmm.
see what will happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty intrigued by, you know, what will come out of this. But at the same time, I'm also a bit sad that we won't be able to see this
Mm.
in the cinemas. But we will definitely try to see it some way to get you a review of the movie when it comes out in September.
Yeah.
So until then, yeah, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. And
subscribe to all of our
subscribe to all
channels.
our channels.
Channels. And we'll make a man out of it. Yes. All right.
Yep, we'll make a man out of you.
Right.
Good
Stay
one.
tuned.
Bye.
See you.
All right.
Yep.